In the distant realms of Norse mythology, there exists a field shrouded in legend and destiny, a place known as Vigrid. It is not merely a stretch of barren land, but the stage upon which the final fate of gods and mortals alike will be decided. Vigrid is the crucible of the world's end, where light and darkness, order and chaos, wage the ultimate war. This is Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, the end of all things, yet also the beginning of something new. Imagine the field of Vigrid as it awaits its moment in eternity. Stretching beyond the horizon, under a sky heavy with storm clouds, winds howl, cold and unrelenting, carrying with them the echoes of ancient prophecies. Here, time seems to stand still, and the land bears silent witness to the doom that is to come. In Norse lore, Vigrid is not only a battlefield, it is a symbol of fate, an arena where the stories of gods and monsters converge in their final acts. But before this ultimate confrontation, the world is shaken by ominous signs. The age of Ragnarök is heralded by chaos and calamity. It begins with Fimbulwinter, a relentless, 3-year-long winter with no reprieve, no summer to bring warmth or hope. The sun and moon are devoured by 2 fearsome wolves, Skjold, who chases the sun, and Hati, who chases the moon. As they finally catch their prey, day and night vanish, plunging the world into chilling darkness. The earth trembles as mountains shatter and volcanoes erupt, spewing fire and ash into the sky. The seas rage, their waves crashing upon the land with thunderous force. Humanity, overwhelmed by fear and desperation, turns against itself. Brothers slay brothers, bonds of kinship are broken, and the last vestiges of order crumble into dust. Amid this turmoil, Loki, the infamous trickster, god of mischief, and father of monsters, breaks free from his bonds. Long imprisoned by the gods for his treachery, his heart burns with vengeance. With cunning and charisma, Loki assembles a vast army drawn from the realms of chaos. From Jotunheim, he calls forth the frost giants, towering beings of ice and strength. From the underworld Hel, ruled by his own eerie daughter Hel, he summons the legions of the dead. And by his side are the greatest abominations of all, Jörmungandr, the world serpent, and Fenrir, the monstrous wolf. While chaos gathers, the gods of Asgard, the Aesir, brace themselves for the confrontation they have foreseen but cannot avoid. Odin, the Allfather, wise and grim, has known of this day through the prophecies whispered by the seeress and the runes he sacrificed so much to learn. He dons his war helm, grasps his mighty spear Gungnir, and mounts Sleipnir, his 8-legged steed. At his call, the Einherjar, the chosen slain, the bravest of human warriors who fell in battle, are summoned from Valhalla. Trained and tested by the Valkyries, they now stand as the army of the gods. Thor, the god of thunder and Odin's eldest son, readies his hammer Mjolnir, the bane of giants and defender of gods. Freyr, lord of fertility and peace, wields his enchanted sword, though he knows it will not be enough. Tyr, the one-handed god of war, who sacrificed his hand to shackle Fenrir, prepares for the struggle that could only end in death. Each god girds themselves, for each understands this is not only a battle for survival, but for the very fabric of reality. Loki's army is a vision of nightmare. Towering frost giants march with weapons hewn from ice and stone, their breath freezing the air around them. From Hel, pale and hollow-eyed spirits drift like mist, their wails chilling the hearts of even the bravest warriors. The monstrous wolf Fenrir, grown vast and strong in captivity, snaps his jaws in anticipation, eyes burning with hatred for the gods who bound him. Jörmungandr, the serpent who encircles the world, rises from the sea, its scales glinting with venom and malice, ready to unleash its deadly poison upon gods and men alike. At the edge of the world, the armies converge upon Vigrid, the appointed place of fate. The sky darkens further, pierced by the war cries of both gods and monsters. The earth itself groans under the weight of what is to come. Odin rides at the front, his ravens Hugin and Munin circling above, watching and remembering. Fenrir, monstrous and relentless, fixes his gaze upon Odin, driven by prophecy and fury. The clash begins with a thunderous roar. Odin charges Fenrir, spear leveled, but the wolf is unstoppable. In a battle foretold for eternity, Odin falls, swallowed whole by Fenrir's gaping maw. Yet fate weaves another thread. Vidar, Odin's silent and steadfast son, rushes to avenge his father. With a boot crafted from the scraps left by every shoemaker, he plants his foot upon the wolf's jaw, forcing it open, and with all his strength drives his sword through Fenrir's heart. Elsewhere, Thor faces his nemesis, Jörmungandr. The god of thunder and the world serpent have long been destined to destroy each other. Lightning flashes as Mjolnir strikes the serpent's armored hide. Jörmungandr's venom fills the air, blackening the sky and poisoning the earth. With a final thunderous blow, Thor crushes the serpent's skull. But victory comes at a cost. Thor staggers only 9 steps before succumbing to the serpent's lethal poison. On another front, Tyr confronts Garm, the hellhound guardian of Hell's Gates. The two clash in a frenzy of teeth and steel. Both mortally wounded, they fall together, their deaths marking the end of old enmities. Freyr duels Surtur, the fire giant, whose flaming sword blazes like the sun. Bereft of his own magical weapon, Freyr falls, and Surtur, triumphant, marches forward, his sword blazing with the fire that will consume the world. As the battle rages, the field of Vigrid becomes a tapestry of heroism and horror. The Einherjar fight valiantly, but the numbers of the dead and the power of the giants are overwhelming. The sky is torn asunder by magic and might, by ancient grudges unleashed in their last, desperate stand. When the dust settles and the last echoes of battle fade, the old world lies in ruins. Surtur, the fire giant, stands alone amid the carnage, his sword a beacon of utter destruction. With a sweep of his blade, he unleashes a conflagration so immense that it engulfs the world. Flames leap from realm to realm, consuming Asgard, home of the gods, Midgard, land of men, and all the 9 worlds bound together by the great tree Yggdrasil. The seas boil, mountains melt, and the very air is consumed by fire. In this cataclysm, the old order is utterly destroyed. The field of Vigrid, stained with the blood of gods and monsters, is reduced to ash. Ragnarök, the great reckoning, has come to pass, fulfilling every grim prophecy. Yet from this total annihilation, a new possibility begins to emerge. For Norse mythology, even in its darkest tales, is not without hope. Ragnarök, though it brings devastation, also carries within it the seeds of rebirth. From the charred remnants of the world, life stirs once more. Gentle green shoots break through the blackened earth, reaching for the light of a sun reborn. The air, once thick with smoke and sorrow, clears, and the world is washed pure by rain. Some gods survive, rising from the ruin to shape the new age. Vidar and Vali, sons of Odin, live on, as do Magni and Modi, Thor's sons, who inherit Mjolnir. Together, they rebuild Asgard, forging a new home on foundations laid by sacrifice and courage. Baldur, the beloved god whose death once heralded the coming of Ragnarök, returns from the realm of the dead, bringing hope and light to the new world. Amid the rebirth, 2 humans, Lif and Lifthrasir, emerge. They have survived by hiding deep within Yggdrasil, the world tree, finding shelter in its ancient, enduring roots. From them, a new race of humanity will arise, destined to repopulate the earth, wiser and more resilient from the lessons of the past. Thus, the cycle continues. The world, cleansed by fire and sorrow, is given the chance to begin anew. Where once there was only desolation, now there is renewal, a testament to the enduring nature of hope, even in the face of the greatest darkness. The field of Vigrid, once a symbol of doom, is transformed. In the gentle light of a new dawn, it stands peaceful and quiet, the scars of battle softened by the passage of time. It serves as a reminder that every ending, no matter how final, carries within it the promise of a new beginning. The Norse myths teach us that life and death, creation and destruction, are woven together in an endless cycle. With each fall, there is the chance to rise again. With each loss, the opportunity for renewal. This, then, is the eternal lesson of Vigrid and Ragnarök, a story not only of destruction, but of hope. It speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, the courage to face inevitable endings, and the wisdom to nurture new beginnings from the ashes of the past. In every twilight, there is the dawn of a new day. In every defeat, the seeds of triumph. As the myths whisper across the ages, Vigrid remains in memory, not as a place of despair, but as the field where the future is forged from the crucible of the past. The gods, the monsters, the heroes, and the mortals all play their part in the never-ending dance of fate, reminding us that every story, no matter how dark, holds within it the light of renewal. And so, the legend endures. The field of Vigrid, once bathed in blood, now rests tranquil under the sun, a testament to the cycles of nature, the power of hope, and the enduring strength of myth. For in every end, there lies a beginning, and in every story of Ragnarök, the quiet assurance that life will always find a way to begin again.